Thought it'd be a really good idea to get a pup. Thought it'd be a better idea to get two. The breeder did not want these dogs to be attached to him, and so they had very little human contact. I know right now they seem rather docile, but boy, they like to run feral. Hard to catch, and trying to really get them to come to us, and it is quite the job to regather them after we let them go. Now, in our devotional today, we're kind of in the same situation. We're talking about kind of the regathering of Israel. And the nation of Israel, they became rather feral. They were supposed to be the representatives of God. And they got involved in things that they really should not have got involved in. And they experienced several times a situation to where they were in captivity. Sometimes it just kind of developed that way with Egypt, and then other times they really went astray. And so God sent Assyria, and then he sent the Babylonians, and then you find that Greece came in, and it became quite the challenge for God to demonstrate to them that he could be trusted. So I'm going to let these dogs go, and we're going to see if I can regather them later on. And so we find our passage in Isaiah 11:12 says, "And he shall set up a sign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcast of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth." So God is going to manifest the fact that they belong to him, and he is going to gather them up. I know how hard it is to gather these pups. I cannot fathom, and there's just two of them, I cannot even fathom how hard it is for God to gather all the nations of Israel. Now, the devotional for Wednesday, that was Tuesday, the devotional for Wednesday is brought back and rebuilt. So not only is he going to bring them back, but we're going to see that he's going to rebuild them as well. We find ourselves in Jeremiah 24:6. And in Jeremiah 24:6 it says, "For I will set my eyes upon them for good, and I will bring them again to this land. I will build them, I will pull them down, I will plant them, and I will not pluck them up." And so you see he says, I will, I will, I will. 3 times he says, I will. And so he's going to do it again. Now, we end this devotional with a passage out of Isaiah 35:1. It says, "The wilderness and the solidarity place shall be glad for them, and the desert shall rejoice and blossom as a rose." There's going to be a time when what seems to be desolate is going to look like a beautiful garden, and only God will do that. He's going to do the regathering. I've got to go do some regathering right now. Pray for me through this journey, and watch God as he does his work. God bless.